to O'Reilly. And he's made...
He had a real emphasis today about playing through the middle of the pitch, and it was really interesting because normally that's where Bournemouth's strengths are, to regain the ball and break. But yeah, as I say, there was a real emphasis on this. O'Reilly on the ball at the moment. Doku was coming in off the line, playing through the middle of the pitch. Foden was coming in through the middle of the pitch. Turkey was coming in the middle of the pitch. Bernardo Silva was in there with Gonzalez at times. There was 5 and 6 players in there. And at this point, it's a really interesting point to make, because most teams at this point would be thinking we need to play around Bournemouth or we need to play over the top, because they want to press the ball and through the middle of the pitch. If we lose it, the risk is that they might break on us and score. City really exaggerated and overloaded the middle to cause an issue for Bournemouth. So they played it and they seen the risk that they would get from it if they really connected and made it work. The 4v3 in the middle of the pitch, Bournemouth's 3 midfield players needed an extra body to come and support them. Centre-back thinks I need to go in there and help to try and make the even numbers. That leaves a big space for Haaland, and the connected Foden's link-up play was fantastic all day long, and that's meat and drink for Haaland. And it was a real clear picture of City's belief to think we're really exaggerating the middle because we know you need to jump, and that's going to leave space in behind. And same thing again here. A lot of bodies around. A lot of bodies around. This is for the first goal. Overloaded in the middle of the pitch. Bournemouth 2 centre-backs think we need to help and we need to get pressure on the ball, and you can't do both. So if you're pressing, which Bournemouth are really good at, you can press forward and you can close the space. That does leave space in behind, and you see Gonzalez here again. Because they got the overload in the middle of the pitch and Turkey's in there, they found a spare man in such a small space so many times, City, which created a massive problem for Bournemouth centre-backs. And again, that by going tight and jumping and trying to make the numbers up, left the space, and again, Haaland runs clear. A lot of time to think.
Defensive sense, and this is in the 3rd minute. O'Reilly, he's so confident on the ball and going forward from deep, and he's in here. His understanding with Doku was there all afternoon. In those one-on-one situations, O'Reilly again, they had a lot of responsibility this today because, as Michael was saying, they're playing so narrow that they had the freedom and the responsibility of the width. Again, he does brilliantly. He's so cool and composed. He's almost Haaland-esque. It's such a compliment, and it's brilliant defending to get it off the line. And then again, you're looking at O'Reilly with an understanding with Doku. One's going wide, one's going narrow, underlapping, overlapping. It's like a constant work from Nuno. And then to cap it all off, they work together from the opposite sides of the pitch. Nunes dragging one player away, creating a little bit of space for Phil Foden, who was fantastic this afternoon. And then O'Reilly really...
It's Murphy. Deflection on the cross. A big punch from Pope. Paqueta takes aim. Oh! Nicely done, Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, it's Bowen. And it's the...
Right, he got the 11 right after so many times of asking, and we're opening up with Potts directing traffic, communicating, and one of many combinations, this one between Paqueta, Diouf and Somerville, getting Somerville in the position he wants to be. And then you're looking at the numbers and the pace of which they're going forwards, and this is so far removed from where they've been of recent weeks. This was so early in the game, you're thinking, well, they have a chance, they have the setback with the goal. But it carried on, and Wan-Bissaka, who had a brilliant afternoon, communicating with Fernandes, that understanding of when one goes, the other one has to track round. And it sounds basic, but you've got to get it right in timing. And then Wan-Bissaka doing what he can do. And it's wonderful from Bowen as well, that combination. They won the penalty, got overturned, but they carried on going again. And this is a brilliant example of working together as a team, with Paqueta cutting off passing angles, Potts cutting off the pass into the front man, Fernandes cutting off the pass into the midfielder, Bowen stepping inside onto Tonali. They're all getting it right together as a team, driving through and then winning the regain. And from there, having the composure to say, right, where's the space? Where do we get it? Get it to our man out wide, Wan-Bissaka. He's on fire. Get the cross in, another dangerous cross. And then again, Fernandes looking, Wan-Bissaka's already on his way. Jarrod Bowen, another little combination. He's caused confusion between Gordon and Byrne. They've both gone into him, created the space for Wan-Bissaka. This caps off a brilliant from first half from West Ham, where they had the setback, they came back.
The thing for me was how he just fit in and played his position with real understanding. He's playing in a team with a lot of attacking players today, and he played his position against a strong midfield of Newcastle's three in there. It's fantastic. He never really looked flustered. He never looked out of position. He never really looked like he was chasing. I like this one because he has a little look over his shoulder. He thinks, do I need to get to Tonali and pass the referee? Realises it's not going there, holds his position and just reads the game really, really well. Regains it, starts another attack, and before you know it, 2 passes later and they're on the attack, and they end up getting into the 18-yard box. And I just thought it was a real disciplined, mature performance. Again, he was dictating things. He looked like he had a real presence about him in there. Never really looked flustered. Again, a regain, forward pass, 1 touch. I love the way it was forward on 1 touch, boom, outside of the right foot. And at times he didn't have to get forward too much, but when he did, lovely little pass to Wan-Bissaka down. He got himself right in there, and if Souček had maybe a size 7 on instead of a size 9.5, he might have got himself a goal, and he deserved it. He done a bit of everything today for West Ham in a real tough game to come into. He just done his job fantastically well.
Confusion, and Arsenal capitalise. Victor Gyökeres. Trossard for Rice. Rapid fire Arsenal to put themselves 2-0 in front. Sells to try and fight through the crowd. He couldn't. Dorgu had a swipe and missed. Ahmad has a swipe and scores.
They've made another mistake here. Tottenham Caicedo's through. Must be this time, João Pedro, and is. And Chelsea are ahead.
Lovely little play into Mats Vigvar. Here's a chance. There's a goal. And it's Danny Welbeck once again. And Kuba Minta, searing burst to pace. There's a chance at the second goal. Diego Gomez. It's Jorginho Rutter. And still, it's goal number 3. Gomez at the double.
Vanderberger, and beautifully dispatched by Harry Wilson.
Are Wolves fans chanting to Vitor Pereira that you are getting sacked?
Scorcher from Emi Buendia.
Saw the opportunity, was there from the narrow angle. Oh, through the goalkeeper's legs.
A rocket from Caicedo. Knows this kid. Impudent and outstanding. Watcher from Emi Buendia.